Welcome, foolish mortals. Welcome to Mr. Zero's Terror Ride. I am Mr. Zero, clown, comic, and commentator on all things terrifying and funny. Talking about scary things today, so I'm wearing my jack-o'-lantern t-shirt. Isn't this the coolest t-shirt? $5 at Walmart last year during the Halloween season. And it's a creepy jack-o'-lantern. I love this t. I can't wait till they start selling more of them. I would buy enough that I will never have to not wear a jack-o'-lantern t-shirt. If I choose to not wear a jack-o'-lantern t-shirt, it will be purely by choice, not because it's in the laundry. But anyway, I was at the library, public library, with my wife about a week ago, and I, for some reason, decided to pick up this book, Disney's Haunted Mansion, from the Magic Kingdom to the movies. Because I always wanted to know the history of the Haunted Mansion. I can still remember the first time I ever rode on the Haunted Mansion. I was 5 years old, and my parents decided to take a road trip out to California, visit family, and go to Disneyland. And my parents wanted to take me on the Haunted Mansion, and I was like, "Is it scary?" And they're like, "No, it's not scary." My dad will always tell the story too because he thought it was so funny. But we get inside the Haunted Mansion, and it's about when you get into that the stretching chamber, where I apparently says, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this." I was scared out of my mind on that ride. I was hiding in the doom buggy, just scared. I didn't enjoy it one bit. Now, passe. I go through haunted houses out here alone, by myself. A local haunted house just for has started doing something where when you go into the haunted house, you can pay extra, and they'll give you the sticker that glows, and that means that you're giving the actors permission to beat you up a little bit too. They can roughhouse you and really try to scare you as much as they want, and just for like another like $3, you can pay for that. And I went and I paid for them to beat me up a little versus beat me up a lot. And I went through that haunted house by myself. I'm just saying that now, Haunted Mansion, it ain't no thing. It's just fun. But, loves the ride. And unfortunately, you know, the last time I actually went to Disneyland and rode on the Haunted Mansion ride as the Haunted Mansion was back in the 90s. I've been 3 times in about the past decade. Because my mother, she's always going out to Disneyland. She's fortunately has, you know, some money and plenty of time to go out to California and visit people and go to Disneyland. And my younger sister does all the time. She's always going out to Disneyland. So for me to only be going 3 times in a decade, that's pretty small potatoes. Compared, I know there's plenty of people that live in California that haven't even gone, and it's like, are you kidding me? But I have made the trip out there. Thanks to my mother, I was also able to take my daughter out there and have her experience it. But yeah, every time in this past decade, I'm traveling at the time when they're doing the Nightmare Before Christmas haunted mansion. They have it all dressed up with Jack Skellington, and I love that. And that's part of the reason why I go at that time. Between October and January, I'm good because it's one, it's cooler there, and two, there's less crowds, and three, I can go and see the Nightmare Before Christmas. But it's been so long since I've been at the old haunted mansion and heard the grim grinning ghosts get out to socialize. That I kind of miss it. So I've been on YouTube looking up videos of the haunted mansion, watching them. Oh, you can have fun, and um, I've also checked out some videos of the Phantom Manor in France, which is I'm someday I'm gonna have to take a trip out there just to see that because that one actually has a storyline to it. The way that they have the haunted mansion, the Phantom Manor set up, there's a storyline to it. But also I realized I had never seen the haunted mansion all the way through, and so we made another trip to the library because we make about every week we go out to the library, and I decided to see if they had a copy available, and I figured they would, and it turns out I was lucky because this was like the only copy available at that time. Now at our library, videos are, you can only check out a video for a week, but just about every copy in the system had already been checked out. So I was pretty lucky that just at that time, while I was at that library, they had this copy of the Haunted Mansion available. And so me and my family, we had a family movie night. We watched it. My daughter, who's 7 years old, found it a little scary with the zombies in the mausoleum scene. Otherwise, she liked the movie. My wife referred to it as a cute movie that she would never have picked up on her own. She would never have chosen to see it on her own, but because of me, she watched it and she said it was a cute movie and much better than she was expecting. And that's what it's better than I thought it was going to be. First impressions were I, I don't know. A lot of people seem to it's got a 13% freshness rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's bad. 13%, but I own movies a lot worse than this. I love them. I own Plan 9 from Outer Space, the supposed worst movie ever made. I own it and I watch it once in a while. I own Six, Serial Insane Clown Killers. That one, you look that one up. People hate that movie, and I don't hate it that bad. So I'm very forgiving to movies. I figure, hey, you've people have put a lot of work into something that sometimes just doesn't come out right. And I don't think that this didn't come out right. Some people said, not funny, not scary, and it doesn't scare me. It gives me a chuckle here and there, and my daughter enjoyed it, so we might add it to our movie collection. Sometimes I think movies get an unfair chance, and as I was saying, this was the one copy available. I was kind of lucky to pick it up because it seemed like every other copy in the entire library system, in the entire county, was already checked out. Apparently, people like it. Apparently, people are checking it out. At least they'll watch it for free. At least, with the threat of getting a fine if they don't turn it in on time. Well, yeah, I say this movie isn't as bad as all that. Now, a whole bunch of people are gonna watch my video and say that movie's dumb, but I think I liked it. I think Eddie Murphy's likable in that. I think the kid playing his son really good, really expressive. Maybe a little bit too much of a performance, not very understated, but it was good. It was good. I liked the movie. I have nothing more to say. I think that people that hate this movie are just giving it a bad shake. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm thinking. Giving it a bad shake. And communication.